share this channel with all your friends. Today we are having a family gathering yet again for the Wacky Wednesday with Maria Benardis, and it's just amazing to see the growth, the love, the connection, the family that is all getting together, all from, all of us doing these shows together and creating these connections. And Maria, ever since meeting you, I have to say a lot of things have really changed within our experience. The connection to Mother, Father, God, the connection to the Christos, everything that you've brought to the table of the enlightenment that you shared is just amazing, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. But really, I need to give all credit to Mother, Father, God, and Christos, because without them, really, I'm nothing. And every day, through my prayers and meditations, anything that comes out of my mouth, anything that I say, anything that I do, really comes directly from them. I take no credit. I'm just merely the vehicle and the conduit. And I think the sooner people realize that and they surrender their self to Mother, Father, God, which is what our galactic brothers and sisters do, the quicker they'll manifest what they want, the quicker they'll manifest health, the quicker they'll manifest happiness and whatever it is that they want. That is the missing link, the surrender to Mother, Father, God, and Christos totally. Not 90%, not 1%. It's got to be 100%.
I totally agree. By giving yourself, by allowing the right energies, the true energies, the Mother, Father, God energies into your experience to overtake you and just share from the heart is just amazing. And you've taught not just me and Candy here, but the family as well. And it's an honor to be able to be in the presence of that energy that comes through you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I feel the same because it takes one to know one, doesn't it? So anybody that watches this video and is part of the family is equally the same. Otherwise, they wouldn't be tuning in.
That's true.
If they weren't enlightened beings on their path to 5D and beyond, they wouldn't be watching. And this has been the interesting thing that I've noticed that we're on this subject matter is the wheat from the chaff is being separated, and we are all really noticing who the wheat is and who's going to be ready on Ascension by what they watch. Not only that, the white hats and everybody's monitoring people's viewings, let me tell you.
Like what we talked about a couple weeks ago.
They're watching you, everybody, and your vibration, and the chaff that is still caught up in the what's happening tomorrow, what's happening with the balloons, what's happening, are they UFOs that they're shooting down or whatever else. Those people, unfortunately, souls that are still stuck in this sort of what's going on in the outside world, that's exactly where they're going to end up, in the outside 3D world, because they're not in communion is the word that I like to use. They're not in communion every day with Mother, Father, God. And what do our galactic brothers and sisters do? Guys, please watch our Starseeds episodes, and there's going to be many more. What do? They're in communion every day with Mother, Father, God. No one else. So really what we're trying to help everybody is to empower them to learn how they do it, to be in communion with God every day, because this is the 5D way. The religions don't exist on any other planet than this one here.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? That is so true.
Yep.
So can we remind everyone to share and let people know that we're on, because we keep getting messages that we're not, our family is not getting our notifications. They're being blocked, stopped, whatever it is. And so we need everyone's assistance and help to get the word out that we're live. Maria's with us.
Yes.
So if you would take a few moments, and we'll just kind of chitter chatter while you do that to let people know.
Yeah. Did we put it on Facebook? Because that way I can just yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Live
Candy's
now,
timeline.
fantastic. Oh no, that's 8 minutes ago. That's us, fantastic. So what I'm going to do is share it myself. Isn't it interesting? Even in your channel, it says we're live now, but it says like, comment, or reply. I can't even share.
Oh,
So I'm just, yeah, isn't it interesting? They're not even letting me share on your thing. So what I'm going to do is just somehow, how am I going to share this? Maybe I just go to YouTube and find the direct link.
you know
Do you
what?
see? Even allowing me to share, it comes up, but I don't have the ability to share.
I
Interesting.
will send you this link. Hang on one sec.
Yes, yes. I've gone into my subscriptions in YouTube. Family Gathering, I found it. And so I'm going to go share, copy link, just so I can share it in my Telegram channel and on Facebook. This censorship is beyond belief. People can't even find me on YouTube ever since I set up a backup channel just by way of background. Not only that, people search on me on YouTube and can't find me.
Yep.
This is how much they've censored. Not only that, do you know what they did to this beautiful woman, Kimberly Palm? We did an interview talking about Greece. So I'm just putting it on Facebook now. I put it in Telegram. So we were just talking about Greece because she came back from Greece, the food, the healing wisdoms. And you're not going to believe this. They deleted her video and said medical advice and inappropriate advice. And we weren't even talking about anything medical. We were talking about Greece.
Whoa.
Wow.
And she said, Maria, you must be on some blacklist.
Seriously.
I've never had a strike in my life, she said. And I said, but I'm not talking about anything controversial. I just shared it on Facebook and my 2 Telegram channels, okay?
Well, you know, I could not find you on Facebook to tag you in a post. I had to actually put the A sign and start to spell out your name, and then it came up. But I even went to your profile just to copy the link in case that didn't work. So it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, and I was I have to say I was the first person on Truth Social that had their account terminated as well.
Interesting.
True Social.
Truth Social. In 2 weeks, they terminated my account. No explanation.
Truth Social did?
Yeah, Truth Social.
That's
And I
supposed-
sent.
That's
I
supposed
know.
to be a safe place.
No, I call it Shield Social. So anyway, so then I sent them an email and I said, why did you terminate my account? And I got an email from the VIP area, not any normal area, VIP area, saying, oh, you didn't comply with the guidelines. I said, which one? And they've never responded. Never gotten back to. I followed up and I'm like, I have no idea
Controlled opposition.
what is going on. Yeah. So anyway, so I've had reservations about Truth Social ever since then. I'm in 2 weeks and terminate my account, no explanation. And I thought how interesting that they sent an email from VIP, I think it was at Truth Social. I thought obviously I'm on some list there as well. On the VIP list, watch list.
They don't want to get W4 sandwiched by you.
Well, W4 Sandwich YouTube, let me tell you, and many other people. This is the only way that we can actually take back control and our sovereignty, because when these organizations are hit in the hip pocket and they have to fork out money, and their time is wasted in terms of being audited, only then will they learn. So I've sent out so many W4 sandwiches. A lot of people won't know what that is. So let me just say what a W4 sandwich is, just a summary. So just to let everybody know, this is a process that I learned because I was forced into a restraining order court case that was very unjust and based on lies. So through that desperate situation of trying to find some solution, this wonderful woman came forward and said, Maria, I can help you And we are not now sort of going public with this way that you can claim your sovereignty, but also get these corporations back. So this is any corporation that uses our social security number. So for example, anytime you use a debit card, it's linked to your social security number, right? Anytime you use a credit card. So anytime you pay, basically, even when you set up an electricity account, even though you pay by cash, they needed your social security number. So it's still linked. So in other words, any corporation, you can do this. So what people don't realize is the Internal Revenue Service is our friend, the IRS. There are two, let's call it two parts to the IRS. One is that it is optional for us to pay income tax. Again, I stress it's optional for us to pay tax. The only people that have to pay tax are the federal Commonwealth employees, and we are not. We don't work in Washington, D.C. We're not in that state, everybody. So stop paying. So that's one job that they have. The other job that they have that they kept hidden from us is to audit the corporations that we pay bills to make sure that they're not doing any funny accounting.
Hey, Maria.
How do they?
Let's make sure that we keep this YouTube friendly.
Oh.
Just to make sure.
What did she say?
Oh, yes, no, this.
No, but
just to keep a conscious.
Just the subject alone
is dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna ignite.
I have to say they haven't taken those videos down, which is a good thing. They're all on YouTube. It just seems to be when I talk about, health. Okay, so thank you for that flag. So the second one, so this is in the legislation, so I'm not saying anything controversial just yet. So the second thing is, how do they audit these organizations? We have to report them. They're waiting for us to report them. And has anybody been reporting them and putting in a W-4 form? I didn't know about it. I don't know about everybody's out there. So anyway, so basically it's just two forms that we need to complete for every single corporation that we deal with. So that could be car leases, it could be your mortgage, anything. So so once you fill out these two forms, you just attach your accounting. Okay, so everybody, I've got 5 videos on this, and I give you the step-by-step process on my Rumble channel for free. So please go there and have a look at the details, because we're a bit concerned going into the detail here. So basically, it's just 2 very simple forms, and you put a dollar amount, and you send it with some paperwork. So for example, with your electricity bill, okay? And then what the IRS does, it's their job. They get very excited when they receive this. Let me tell you, very excited. And I'll tell you why. Because they find a lot of incorrect things, okay? And for every incorrection, they make 13% tax right off the top. You see, that's why they get excited. So just to give you an example, someone put in for their car lease, and it was an old one from years ago. Old lease from years ago, and they thought, let me do this. They received a $26,000 check unexpected in the mail, and it had, we just picked up an error of accounting. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. W4 sandwich did that. So so what happens is they go in and audit them. So you see, this is a way to also bring down the corporations, because we're making them accountable. And not only that, when you do these forms, as many as you can for all the corporations, everything that's on your, anybody that's hit your, to get a credit, what's it called? The credit report. So anybody that appears on your credit report, that's a good start. Go through that and send it. And what happens is they are all audited, which means they're spending money, putting extra people on to help the IRS. And you see, this is how we're bringing them down. This is how the corporations are going to be brought down. And not only that, then what I've noticed with a lot of people, they're getting credits on their electricity bills. Oh, you don't have to pay any more electricity. Funny that. So there's been some amazing results. One thing I do say to people is you do need to be a bit patient because we've been going out there and talking about this process and now making it public to help people. Of course, this is all about us getting back our sovereignty, our freedom. There is about a 3-month turnaround in terms of the IRS getting the forms and doing something with that individuals because there's such a backlog. So what they'll do is they'll look at Candy's, they'll look at Maria's, and everybody that's got Bank of America, they take them all and they go and audit Bank of America for all those people. You see what they do? So basically the IRS makes a lot of money out of this. And it's something that us, sovereign beings have not known about. Otherwise, we would have done it years ago. Also, we couldn't do it years ago because the cabal was very much in control. But now that the white hats are in control, there isn't a threat on my life anymore or other people's life that have taught me this process. So we're freely going out there and teaching people how to do this. And as I said, if people watch the videos, I've got links in the videos, and I have prepared files. I've prepared the forms, how to fill them in, and people can just download everything and copy it. So they don't even have to think. All they have to do is add the figures. Does that make sense?
That makes
and then
sense.
just fill in the 6 boxes that I show them, both on the videos and on hard copy. Because Candy, a discussion that we had, and I'll let you lead this, is we were talking about sovereignty and how there's a lot of people out there showing people different ways to become sovereign. And one of them that has really upset me is some people are charging people thousands of dollars to become sovereign and fill out all this paperwork. And basically, I have 2 things to say about this, and I'll use a friend of mine who went through this whole process and showed me. And she spent thousands and thousands of dollars, turned up to the passport office to get her so-called sovereign passport, and they laughed in her face. And they said, "Get out." And I said, "You just spent all these thousands of dollars to try and get this so-called sovereign paperwork. You've got it. How sovereign are you after all these thousands of dollars?" So I don't understand why these people are running to do all these expensive courses to become sovereign. And really, at the end, they're not getting the outcome that they want. Again, as soon as Nasara, Jasara, and all of that comes in, we're going to be sovereign on paper, okay? Our birth certificates are going to be free. So we need to look at other ways to become sovereign. So this is one. Let's take back control on what money we can. And the second way I say to people is declare your sovereignty. Declare it energetically. Or go to this website that's really good. And I've done an interview that people can find on Rumble. I did it 2 weeks ago with this lovely man, and it's called GPMS World.
Hang on a sec. Let me write that into the chat.
Yeah. So okay. It's GPMS. So the letters GPMS World, as in the world, WORLD. And if people Google that, he has a set of declarations of sovereignty that you can read and just sign, and it's for free. And energetically, it declares, you've declared your sovereignty. There we go. I'm a sovereign being. Doesn't cost anything. You see? And the process that I'm asking people to do just costs time, and it just costs some postage. That's it. That's so beautiful. Why are you spending thousands of dollars? You know, if you want to spend thousands of dollars, I'm happy for a donation. and so is Kid and Candy, and I'll declare sovereignty over you. I'm serious, it would be more effective.
Seriously.
Don't you think? Well, yes. the three of us will get together and we'll just declare and cleanse the energy. There you go.
For thousands of dollars, we'll even fly to you.
Yes, we'll fly you. We'll have a great big party. You know, we'll do it here in Hawaii with a little aloha mahalo.
We'll make sure you even get a drink with an umbrella in it.
Exactly, and a little tiki glass like I have right now. It's a tiki glass at the moment.
It looked like that your juice was flying.
I know. So, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, I'm trying to make a point. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because people are really giving away their money to people I feel are taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Where that money could best go to someone that's added some value to your life in terms of a donation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that, has added value. And as I said, this friend of mine turned up to the passport office and she was made a laughing stock and told to leave. And we don't recognize any of this paperwork that you've done and you spent thousands of dollars. We don't care, they said. We don't care, get out. She was so embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, we've been lied to. We've been deceived. We've been, all of that stuff. And people right now are just sort of like they got a blindfold on and they're just sort of feeling their way out of the cave of all this deception. So Maria is not in any way bringing up things to embarrass you if you have done that or to make you feel like you've done something wrong. Absolutely not. We understand the situation. What she's saying is, now take a look at this, because new information is coming forward, information that Maria has done. She's going to be working with Kid and I to do the same thing so that we understand it and then we can help teach, right? And then so that you can move forward in this. So when you go to Maria Benardis's Rumble, you want to look for what?
Well, you know what I'll do, Candy, is there's about 6 videos. So I might forward them from my Telegram channel, the 6 videos, like the links to Rumble, to you, and then you can post them maybe in your Telegram channel. How's that sound? Like the 6 video direct links?
On the WordPress and stuff like that too, yeah.
Okay. So
yes.
I downloaded them. You gave me permission to do that, so I did that. Do you want me to just upload the videos to the WordPress?
Whatever you like.
Okay.
Whatever you like. I'll still give you the links so that you have those if you want to put them on Telegram or whatever. Because there's 6 videos, and if they watch them in the order that I have them, because one, I talk with the actual person that trained me, Hollywood, and then we go through an example. So everything adds a different layer of information. So I don't want people looking at them backwards and not understanding what's going on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. So I'll give them to you, in the logic order, step 1, step 2. Yeah, absolutely. And it's really interesting. The first one I found, oh my God, I had to keep looking at the form. Even my form, I had to look. But then after I did the third one, oh my goodness me, it was automatic pilot. Do you know that in one day I did about 40 corporations in one day and sent them out all in one envelope? I was so excited. I did all my credit cards, bank statements, because you can do your bank statements, every single total. And you'll see in the videos, as I say, it doesn't matter if you're missing a statement or a year. Make up your own statement and put an amount on there. We're giving the best estimate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Doesn't have to be exact, guys, because they're going to go in there and find the exact. Look, we're already clearing energy here, everybody. I need to go get my oh my God.
Here, Maria.
Get the sound. Thank you. I was like, should I go get my singing bowls or something and start doing some sound frequency healing here. But again, thank you for saying that, Candy. Sometimes I come across a bit strong, and I'm certainly not judging anybody. Mm-hmm. I get a little bit strong, maybe because of my past IRS background. Because you know what, I'm saddened, when I see people taking
advantage of. Absolutely.
Well, if you if you think about it, truth and facts hurt. And when it hurts, we all, go back into our shell like a turtle. So Candy was seeing the energies of people going back into their shell, going, oh my goodness. So that's why she was addressing it the way that she addressed it. So they can come back out of their shells to know that this is safe. We are just bringing truth, and we're just bringing facts because this is information that you were given to share from someone that went through this process, and this is what happened. So it's all facts.
So, you know what? I got a message today from a new friend, and it says it looks like someone died. I'm sorry, and gave a link to a TikTok. And I'm like, TikTok's pretty safe, but I don't know about that link. So I took the last part of the link and copied it and put it in TikTok, and some weird things came up, and I'm like, I'm not pressing that link. So think about how many times you have been caught selecting a link, and then all of a sudden your Facebook has been hacked, and it sends out all these messages that you don't even know it was sent out. This is exactly what I was talking about when I said we've been hoodwinked, we've been lied to, we've been steered wrong. And so Maria has found something that works, and look at the excitement on her face. I mean, she's so excited about it. So
yes. Well, I'll tell you why I'm excited, because I've done so many. I'm on the IRS list to be left alone. I'm on the list now for courts to leave me alone. I'm on the list of everybody to leave me alone and not mess with me. So do you see how you're claiming your sovereignty? And what happens, all of a sudden things get reversed. And I'm like, I didn't even have to say anything. I don't have to turn up for jury duty now. All of a sudden it just disappeared. Do you see what happens?
Love it.
So you get flagged as if don't mess with this person. So anybody that does this process, and it's not how many you send in, the fact that you've sent 1, 2, 3, 4, you're declaring that you're sovereign and you're not going to be messed with by any government department, and that you have this ammunition and you're going to use it for anybody that tries to mess with you, really. And when we think about it, every single corporation has messed with us. Let's face it. Every corporation. And another good thing on this form that people will really get excited about is we have to stamp the documents, and on one side we put our name in capital letters, and underneath we say, I'm not this dead person, I'm this person, a living person. So do you see that you're also at the same time as doing this declaring that you're a living person? So you're empowering yourself at the same time and telling them and putting them on notice, because if you look at every single bill anybody has ever paid, it's all in capital letters. That's every true. Single bill, look at it. They're telling you you're a dead corporation. So it's a very exciting process, and I do encourage people. As I said, it does require patience because now there's a lot of people doing it. But I just want to assure people that we are seeing amazing results. And one of them, of course, is people will not mess with you. They'll stay clear of you, and that is anything. Not only that, people that have got court cases coming up or whatever, all of a sudden, very mysteriously, are not happening. Very mysterious. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So there is other. Now, another amazing thing that happened to me that I just want to say to people, the moment I put a couple in, is I noticed my credit score shot up to the highest it's ever been, and I did nothing. I thought that was very interesting because I went through the credit report and did a W-4 sandwich on, those corporations. And then all of a sudden, I get statements from our credit card. Oh, we've just doubled your credit limit on every single credit card. Oh, funny that. I was a risk before. Now all of a sudden. So you see, people are going to get unusual things happening. So it's a matter of paying attention to what is some unusual things happening. So anyway, so that's all I really wanted to say on that. We're very excited about this process. I just want to assure people that it's people from that have worked behind the scenes in the IRS that have come forward to share this information, and I'm very blessed and honored to know one of them that has shared it with me, because they know I used to work on the board of directors of the equivalent of the IRS in Australia, so they knew that I would understand what was going on. Yeah.
Question came in. Would I lose SSA and Medicare expenses paid in? Would it be reversed?
Are they saying will their expenses be reversed that they've
So,
already paid? Or
if she did the W-4 sandwiches everywhere, would she lose her
Yep.
SSA?
No. First of all, they don't know that it's you. Okay. So what happens? Only the IRS knows that it's you. Okay. And so what they do, they go into that company and they say, we want to have a look at all your records for those years. Do you see what they do? They don't say, oh, we need to look at Maria Benardis's records for this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So therefore, they don't know who. They're just researching, but then they're honing in on the different people. So for example, for Con Edison, the electricity bill, Maria's put a W-4 sandwich in, kids put one in, Candy's put one in. So therefore, they're asking for all those years, and then they're honing in on us first, and then they're doing some other people at the same time that may have not done a W-4 sandwich and then claiming 13% on all of it. Do you see what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
And do you see that they're wasting their resources and going in and reversing what they've been doing to us?
Love it.
You see, so this is how we bring them down. So this is an amazing process, because this is what's going to bring the corporations down, because they're getting back a piece of their medicine.
Excuse me. Hang on one sec.
Yes, another question.
You can just block him.
Yeah, I was going to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So guys, I just want to make one thing clear. Your name remains anonymous. Okay. So they don't go into the company and say, oh my God, we're here to audit all the records of Maria and point the finger. Do you see what I'm trying to say? They audit a lot, and then they say, hang on a minute, Con Edison, we found all these inaccuracies. So for all these people, correct them. And I happen to be in that pile. Do you see what happens? Kid happens to be in that pile. Candy happens to be in that pile because we did a W-4, but then they had other people in there because they happen to find them in there as well at the same time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And not only that, also people will see the cover letter that I have. You know, I've put wording to the effect that this is our best estimate of what we think the amounts are. And if this is not correct, please correct it. So again, they will do the exact dollar amounts. You just need to give them some information to prove that you have an account with that company and that you've transacted. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That's all. So some people get, oh, Maria, I don't have these statements. Oh, my God, I tried to get statements 10 years back. The company won't give them to me. That's okay. Make up your own invoice and statement and base it on, a previous year. That's what I tell people. And the rest is up to the IRS. They're going to collect 13%. They want to do this. They love it. Now, another thing I wanted to say, remember when we heard that there was all those extra IRS being employed?
82,000. Yeah.
Why do you think that was, guys?
I have some suspicions that they were actually hired to go into to do the corporations. That's why they had. That's why they had poo 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 poo.
The pew-pews.
Which is what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, exactly. But did they reverse that? Did they unhire them?
It's still happening. It's still happening. Not only that, they had to employ a lot of extra lawyers for this process that are have gone there now to work. So what I'm trying to say, this is a very powerful process, and because there's a lot more people putting them in, they had to put on more staff. Okay, so again, why are we doing this? Because they've taken our money from our sophisticated trust fund. So we're saying, give us our money back from our sophisticated funds. It was ours. We should never have paid you for any of this. Do you see what we're doing? We're helping the IRS / Department of Treasury, the new one, not the Cabal one, to redo the accounting.
So there was another question. Is this only for the United States, or is this for worldwide and Canada and stuff like that?
Well, excellent question. Whoever that was, thank you very much and God bless you. It is worldwide. So, for example, if we're looking at Australia, we put the social security number on our tax return when we lodge it. Australia puts their tax file number. So everything will be the same, but they won't use the social security number. They'll use the tax file number. Again, for the UK or any other country, they will put that number that they put on their taxes to lodge them under the social security number. And on top in brackets, they will say the equivalent word for their country. For example, tax file number in Australia, whatever it is. Now, how do they know that you're not from America? Because on the second form, they say, if you're not a resident of the USA, put your address in the other country, and they will know. Why is it for the world? Because everything was going to the same place from every taxes, wasn't it?
That's true. Yep.
The Queen of England and all of that. It was all going to the same place. It's all in the same place. All the sophisticated trusts from our birth certificates and everything is in the same place. So it can be done from anybody in any country.
Ooh, that's exciting news.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of people from Australia that are doing it that I know, the UK, oh my goodness me, even other European countries I know. So this is anybody. Why? Because everything is linked back to whatever number you use on your tax return. Okay, ours is our SSN that links us, TFN. That's the important number.
So when someone gets their bills, do they have to get every bill that they've ever been given to send in, or just one that represents the account number, and then the IRS will audit the whole history?
Okay. You've got to get as many as possible. So I'll give you an example of what I did. So I didn't keep any Amazon invoices or paperwork for the last 10 years that I've been transacting with Amazon. I picked up the phone and I said to them, I would like all my accounting from the beginning of the opening of the account. Guess what? Amazon sent me a spreadsheet of all my transactions, which was wonderful. So you know what I then did? I just did a total on the Excel spreadsheet, and there it was. I had it and just printed it. So I do say to people, please try and get them. And if they won't give them to you, just write on the cover letter, because I have a cover letter that I give people and they just fill in the blanks. Just tell them that I did ring, well, not Amazon. Amazon gave it to me and will give it to you. So I said, well, for example, Con Edison. I said, Con Edison only gave me a year's worth, and the others I've estimated. So for the ones that I couldn't get, I just put a piece of paper and made it look like the Con Edison bill. And I said, for the last 2 years, I estimate $2,000 based on $50 a month times 12 or whatever. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So just do the best that you can. But if you're going to turn up with just one invoice for the last 10 years, that isn't sufficient. You know, do at least turn up with a year. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then say, I've had it for 9 years, so I'm going to take the 1 year's worth and times that by 9 to get the other 9 years. Does that make sense? We have to make an effort to get something.
So,
and usually,
for people like me that don't like to keep the documents and stuff like that and just shred them and whatever, would we be able to contact the company and they would be able to send in at least the 10 years worth of what we have paid?
Yeah, some of them won't because I think they're catching on to what people are doing and they're being difficult. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Bank of America said to me, I can only provide you with 2 years. That's fine. I took the 2 years and they were really thick of all my credit cards and bank statements. I'm telling you, do you know one of my packages was this thick? Of the seriously,
I can believe it.
I had to put it in a big box, to send to Treasury. That's fine. I just took what they gave me, 2 years, and then I said on the cover letter, Bank of America would only give me 2 years. I've had this account open for 10 years, so I'm estimating an average. So I took the totals of those, and then I multiplied it out. So this is what I think the figure is. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It doesn't have to get difficult. Okay. But we do have to show that we made an effort. Does that make sense? But Amazon gave me a spreadsheet of 10 years worth of transactions, including Australia, when I was there ordering. It was unbelievable. Awesome. I could even see all my addresses in Australia, all my addresses in New York. It was hilarious. So they gave me everything and they gave it to me in half an hour, which was amazing. Okay, but the key word to ask is I want my statement of accounting. Statement of accounting when we're calling. So when we're calling them, we're saying, hello, I would like a statement of all my accounting for whatever number your account is, I don't know, or what name it's under, from the beginning of when I opened the account. Now, if they refuse, don't panic, everybody. Take what you can get. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Take what you can get and then multiply it out and just put on the covering letter to the IRS. I basically rang. This is what they gave me. Put the date that you rang them, and they'll do the rest. But at least they can see you made an effort. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
That's the important thing. Rather than I'm turning up with one page. Oh, I've just got one page from my credit card, so I'm just going to assume that's the same for 20 years. Well, that's a bit, much. You're not giving them much leg room. Now, why do I say that? With credit cards, what people don't realize, and this is why I want them to watch my videos, the credit card company gives you a credit limit, right? Say it's $5,000. Do you know what they do every month? They go into your sophisticated trust fund and get $10,000, double your credit, and take it for themselves. So it's $5,000, they double it, and they get $10,000 out and pay themselves. But they don't put anything up against your account to reduce what you owe, do they? Mm-mm. Do you see what they do?
Wow.
So very important. You'll see when I do the credit card one that you double the credit card amount. And then you add every single other figure. So, for example, you've got a total of what you've paid. You've got a total of what you've been charged. So take the total of what you've been paid, the total of what you've been charged, and double the credit limit amount. I know this sounds ridiculous because I'm telling you to add in your total what you've paid as well, not what you've just been charged. Okay? We're adding the figures. This is what they do. And they double dip and get the money out of our sophisticated trust fund. Do you see how sneaky they are and why they're so wealthy?
Mm-hmm. I believe the same. I don't have any facts to prove this, but it's just my guesstimate that the medical field do the same thing. They charge you for insurance. They charge you for copay. They charge you for medication. And then they go in and they charge everything again against your trust. So that's double dipping. Yeah. They probably even triple dip.
They double dip in medications as well. My HIV medication is $2,500 each.
Wait,
and
day?
I'm taking
a day
for the whole bottle of 30 pills, and I have to have 2 bottles for mine.
Oh,
so that's over $5,000 for a whole month's worth, which is covered by the insurance. Thankfully, but still, $5,000.
Yeah.
For
and meanwhile they've already gotten the money, and meanwhile they've gotten all that money from your sophisticated trust fund. Another thing that people will see in the documents that I give is I also W4 sandwich every corporation that asks me to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll see the amounts. I do give people the amounts that you charge. So each time they ask me to wear a mask, they'll see the calculations and then they just multiply it out. So I W4 sandwiched Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, CVS Pharmacy, because I couldn't go in there unless I wore a mask. Everybody that asked me to wear a mask. And then all I did is I just went onto like the website where they had their policy and I printed it out just to show evidence. The biggest one that I charged was New York State Department of Motor Transport because I was traveling in the subway every day to do things. So as you can imagine, it was 4 times. So it was 4. Hey, do you see how it was multiplying out? So they got a huge one. It was in the millions that I charged them. So please don't be surprised if some of the ones for the masks do end up in the hundreds of thousands or 200,000. That is quite normal. So people will see the calculations in the attachments when they sort of get that from me and read through. Yeah, so I did it on them as well because we can legally do that.
Yes, we can.
So that was another unusual one where we transacted. Now, even if you have kept grocery, like your grocery stubs from Whole Foods or whatever. Now, this is another thing that I did because I wasn't very good at keeping all my Whole Foods or Trader Joe's dockets, guys. So I used my debit card. So I just went and highlighted my debit card, all the Whole Foods, and said, oh, here's another one for Whole Foods, for all my groceries. Do you see what I did? Guys said, don't panic. You've either tracked it on a credit card or you've tracked it on a debit card. So you can do one for the credit card and then do one for each Whole Foods entry in your credit card for Whole Foods. Does that make sense? So do you see how you can use the same document, your credit card, to do individually? I'm about to do one on Lyft, the car, because they threw me out of the Lyft car because they didn't like the discussion I was having. So I'm just about to W4 sandwich them as well. But I'm going to include additional things, which is harassment, discrimination, and I'm going to go to the legislation and find what the maximum penalties are and add those as well.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get started with all that.
I know. So anyway, guys, give it a go. What have you got to lose? And I mean, this is the way that we're going to bring them down. And I said, if anything, they're going to be leaving you alone. Put it that way. Mm-hmm. You know, I know people that have been stopped for a fine, and then the police officers gone back to the car, come back and said, "Oh, you can go," because obviously they put you on some list. Don't mess with them.
Mm-hmm.
I really...
Because you can put it on the police officer. Well, they're a corporation.
They are. You're right.
So you can W4 sandwich them. So if they see your name coming up, they wouldn't want to be in any, IRS turning up on their doorstep, put it that way, yeah.
That's true.
So it seems as though the powers that be are very upset about this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And they have sent IA and
AI.
with AI.
IA.
IA. Right.
International assholes.
Okay. All right, we'll change. But people can have a look at the Rumble videos. It's all there. So we don't really need to go on that anymore. Yeah.
So how about if we start talking about the Starseeds program that we are starting with that?
Yes.
Oh,
the
very
Gnostic
excited. Yes.
We did our first
Very
episode. This Friday we'll do our second, right?
Yes. This Friday we're focusing on the Pleiades and the Palladians. So I'm very excited. So everybody, if you haven't had a look at the first one, please go in there and have a look at that. And really, people are going to get into an insight into what it's like to be in 5D and other dimensions And that way they will understand a lot of what we recommend and suggest to people, a lot of the things that we discuss. Like, for example, we started the show by saying that people need to be in communion with God. If you're not doing that now, I don't know how you're expecting yourself to go into 5D, because that is the 5D way. Every morning they're in communion with God. So really, we're trying to get people to see what the daily lives of our galactic brothers and sisters are like, so that they can start implementing little small steps into their life, to get themselves ready.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for Ascension. Here I am. I'm declaring it. So we're going to go into a lot of things, how they live day to day. We're going to go into what they eat. Another exciting thing is going to be, well, what is the color of their planets and the atmosphere? The reason why I want to cover that is some people are freaking out at the colors of the atmosphere at the moment. And I'm like, no, this is normal on other planets, some of these colors that we're seeing here on Earth. And what they're doing is they're trying to get us ready. Because you see, our oxygen is so low here on Earth. It used to be higher. And this is why our skies look the way that they do. It's all wrong.
Yeah, that's what keeps us sick. High oxygen heals us.
Well, there's not enough. And this is why every day I have this routine. And it's no secret. People can go watch my videos. I have a routine where the first thing I do is I ingest, a formula that Dr. Ron has given me that people can find. I mean, it's only about $30 a bag, and it lasts me for 3 months. For God's sake, it's nothing expensive. You can find it on my website. And what that does, Kit, is adds oxygen into my body. First thing in the morning. I don't eat anything. I fast for 17 hours. Then I take this, and I don't have anything till at least 1 to 2 hours. And you know what it does? It has the highest chi energy as well. And wow.
What's it called?
Yeah. So if people go to my website, it's Dr. Ron's MSM. So you'll see it there. And I've got lots of videos, and he's got even good stuff for the eyes, because I don't know if people have seen the eye drops at the moment are all contaminated. I don't know if people saw that. So I highly recommend, and Dr. Ron's really amazing. If people mention my name, they can call him and ask him for guidance. He's an actual doctor. So we're not talking about someone that's just selling a product and doesn't know what he's doing. If you could just say...
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Greekalicious or Maria Benardis?
Either one.
Okay.
And on the front, it says, visit Maria's shop page. If they go there, they'll see Dr. Ron's thing there.
Oh.
Can I tell you, unbelievable. Not only that, it also detoxifies parasites and a lot of other things. Can I tell you the first time I took that? I'm sorry, I don't want to make people sick. I saw stuff come out that I was not expecting to come out of my body.
Yeah, you've gotten robot sounding.
Oh, have I?
Yeah. That's weird. It just all of a sudden happened.
Not only did we get the IAs and the AIs coming in, I'm going, Maria, you like this and that and the other thing. Look at her face. I'm like, block, no vibes, bye-bye.
Wow.
And now they're messing with
I'm
this.
still
No,
on
we're not.
Earth, by the way. I haven't ascended yet, so I don't know what I'm on. Maybe I'm ascending and I don't know. But yeah. So people go to my website, they'll see, little videos there with Dr. Ron. We talk about eye care, dental care, everything, and they'll see the product range. He's an amazing man. And this is the best on the market. I did my research. There's a lot of others that are more expensive. Not good. So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is you're absolutely right, Kid. Oxygen is important. We need to oxygenize our body every day. Like, it's like I'm putting an oxygen chamber inside my body. Does that make sense? Because the oxygen is not adequate enough out there, which is a shame.
Do we want to close up early, or do we want to ask Maria to log off and then come back on?
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Do you want to try? Because we can't keep going with the show. We should reschedule it, or do you want to pop off and come back on and see if that makes a difference?
Oh, sorry, you can't hear me well?
Oh, there we go.
It's all cleared up.
What happened?
Yeah, you continued to be all robot sounding.
It was weird.
All right, well, should I come back out and come back in?
Nope, it's all gone now.
It's better.
Oh, it's all gone now. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
that's
I do have my yoga, so I can do just a little bit more in any case. But I think we've covered a lot of good things. And it is so funny. Here we are talking of W4 sandwiches, and I get Hollywood, who I work with on this, to just send me a message on my phone. This you can't make this stuff up.
You know what? This is funny to share, family, because I'm like, how do you spell Hollywood? HOLLWOOD, and she's like, no, but it's 2 words. Holly is her first name, Wood is her second name, and I'm thinking Hollywood.
Well, what if their middle name began with the H, going Holly Hardwood?
Yeah, she's an amazing woman that, of course, travels around, is not in one spot for her safety, as you could imagine, and helping, so many people with this process.
That's amazing.
She's helped me with some really complicated processes, with my court case. I mean, of course, there's additional things you need to do with our court cases. I've just given the simple one that applies to most people. And what a blessing. What a blessing that these people have come forward to help us, really.
Very much so.
And,
you,
risk
Holly.
their life. Yeah, thank you, Holly. We love you, Holly. I will tell her about this and send her a link, actually. Yeah, she's amazing. So, I'm always keeping up to date with her on a weekly basis, what's going on, what's new, how can we improve the process. Yeah, so she's helping a lot of people not lose their homes as well.
She's hitting everyone with a 4x4. That's why she's called Holly Hardwood. Because she goes
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Pow! Get out of here!
That's a good one. Yeah. And she's a really sweet girl, very high vibe like us, just very sweet, very honest, very country, very country girl. Was part of the Amish community, so I think that says it all.
Well,
Really.
when you catch Maria's videos, you'll be able to see Holly and meet her through the videos.
Yes. And could you see she was always moving? The first one was like, what is going on? On again, off again. But then we did do another video where we were stationary. We weren't moving. But, this is the life of people that have to keep moving location for their own safety. So, guys, this is very real. Some people, are risking their lives to help us. And this is why I think at the very least we might as well take this knowledge and wisdom and run with it and do something with it, given the risks and what have you that they've taken. So, yeah. So everybody, I hope everybody's watched our Starseed thing. So smash that like button, please, if you've watched our Starseed episode. But yeah, so Palladians this Friday. I'm very excited, and yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really amazing. So we have the Gnostic TV link, which is right above. And I also posted it into the YouTube chat. It's also in the description as well.
Yes.
So if you guys want to go there and take a look at it. This is all seclusive or exclusive. Sorry. There's so many different words. It's exclusive just to Gnostic TV. So this is the link where you'll be able to go and watch it.
Yes. And I linked up today, actually. I'm very excited. I linked it up on my Roku channel. So I can watch it on Roku. I downloaded the app. And also people got Apple TV. They can watch it on their Apple TV. So this is great. You don't have to just watch it on your computer screen. You can actually watch it on your TV, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be on Amazon TV as well.
Yes, coming soon. Yeah. So so guys, this is amazing stuff. And please, and look, there's some other great content there, and please also on that channel, you're going to be able to see I'm doing my first episode of the Keys of Enoch, and then I'll be basically going through the various keys and giving everybody just an understanding that we can all understand, because it's written in a bit of a cryptic language.
It really
And
is.
and Mother Father God said now is the time people are ready to hear the Keys of Enoch. And so we're going to go through everything, sacred geometry, the Macabar body, how do we get to that, all that amazing stuff, of course, that Jason Q has discussed in the past, but I'm going into it in more detail because there's a lot of stuff we didn't discuss.
Well, we had to be cryptic and all that type of stuff because of what was going on in the world. And if they weren't, well, it would get burned like what they used to do during the, what do you call that? Hitler days, where they would burn all the books because books did what? Liberate people.
Yes, yes, yes. And this is why it's good that this is going to be on something that's not on these platforms. We couldn't do this stuff on this platform. We're
Exactly.
censored. So it had to be done on things like Roku TV and Apple and Amazon.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are saying to me, "Oh, Maria, why can't they put everything on, YouTube?" Guys, they're censoring us. They terminated my YouTube channel of 20,000 people. Like, hello, overnight. We can't put this content on there. No one's going to see it. So it had to be done on this Gnostic TV network outside of these rumbles and whatever else, because they're all censoring to a certain extent. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah. And we personally know the creators of Gnostic TV, which proves that it is fully uncensored. And they're going based off of spirituality, they're going based off of growth, they're going based off of everything our body, physical, mental, and spiritual bodies need to awaken to be able to get back into the 5D true economy that we need to be in.
Agreed. And the thing that I like about this as well, they're handpicking quality content. So it's not every man, cat, and dog, and whatever. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So it's quality stuff. I would say it's up there with a lot of these sort of Gaia channels and what have you.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying to people. So that kind of content, even Gaia cannot put. Like, you see them, they put 10 minutes on their Gaia channel on YouTube, and then the rest you've got to go watch on their channel. I mean, the same thing is happening here. You cannot put all this content, because I know some people are like, oh, well, in an ideal world, if we're totally in 5D, we wouldn't have to even be concerned ourselves with any of this. But, we're not there yet. So during the transitional period, we have to do what we can.
Exactly.
To get the good content out there, guys. So, yeah.
Now, also, I'm doing a light language series, and Maria is also going to be doing a series on the books of Enoch. And so, your guys already covered this? Oh.
I didn't cover the other one. No, didn't cover the other one. So keep going. And Pistis Sophia.
Pistis Sophia.
Yeah.
And so it's my understanding that when you go and you click this link, and you want to watch the Starseeds, you can also watch anything else that's there. So you can catch my light language series, you can catch our Starseeds, and Maria's study on the Sophistas. How do you say that?
That's okay, because it's an ancient Greek word. Pistis Sophia.
What she said.
So, yeah. So it's Pistis is faith. Sophia is wisdom. So these are the last teachings of Christos, or Jesus Christ, Ananda, whatever you want to call him, it doesn't matter, on how to ascend. He gave us all the keys, and he gave us the light language and words to verbalize for those final steps.
Beautiful.
And all of this was hidden.
It is
All
beautiful.
of this was hidden. And this is another thing with the Keys of Enoch. I'm going to be doing just one episode on ancient words and ancient verses that actually help you get to a very high frequency and activate your Kundalini. So light-coded words. So that's going to be one episode on its own. And I'm going to be showing the words and special pictures so that people can just, look at that, jot them down. And the wonderful thing is they'll be able to view these episodes as many times as possible, pause, fast forward, or whatever.
Watch it, rewatch and rewatch again.
So, like Gaia is a membership site. Gnostic TV is also a membership site, but there's a difference. Gaia TV is one fee. It doesn't matter if you can afford it or not. That's what they charge. Whereas Gnostic TV, there is an amount that you can choose to donate. And so I believe the last time I looked, $7 was the least amount, and then it can go all the way up past $300. So whatever it is that floats your boat and whatever, you want to bless, because really what you're doing is you're blessing everyone. You're blessing Maria, you're blessing Kid and Candy, you're blessing High Vibes Up, and you're blessing Spirit Gnostic TV.
Yes.
To allow
well,
more
everybody
stuff to
really,
be brought.
yeah.
And they're
Everybody. Yeah, and it's interesting. I'm just about to do a live show on Monday on the 7 spiritual laws to self-mastery. And one of the most important ones that people cannot understand, and I'm not quite sure why, is the one on giving. And it's not, and it's the intention behind the giving. If you have, you give more. If you don't, you don't. It's not about the dollar amount. It's the intention and the means. And we've been raised at the moment. I don't understand why, but very much these people that are in the awakened community, I find this mostly, have this mentality and think that we're in the Sara Jasara and expect everything for free. And what they don't realize is they're actually shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to self-mastery and becoming a master, because you're not exempt from showing gratitude and giving. And what people don't realize, when you give more, guess what? More of it comes back, I've noticed. More of it comes back to me. I give more. And then God says, oh no, I'm going to give Maria now triple what she just gave. To that, I'm like, this is how miracles happen. Those people that expect everything for free, guess what? They're not going to be masters, and they're certainly not going to fit into 5D, I can tell you now, because 5D is all about giving. So let's get into the practice. Again, it's not about the dollar amount, it's about the intention and the agape behind it. Because can I tell you, the other day, this lady, I cried and I blessed her. She sends me $5, a $5 donation on Venmo. And she says, Maria, I just want to thank you. She says, I'm about to be homeless, but I wanted to give you this to thank you. Do you know how much that meant for me? I cried. And I said, heartfelt thank you. And I said, I hope this multiplies back to you. And I'm going to do a prayer right now to God. I hope this multiplies back to you 1,000,000 times over. 1,000,000 times over. So do you see, this woman did what I did with the $25 that I had, and I was almost homeless, and went and blessed me. And to me, that $5 between us two was like $50,000 to me. That's what it felt like. And she said, because I appreciate how much you have helped me. So do you see, again, this person was like, oh my God, and unbelievable. So that's what we're trying to say. So this person has already put the foot in 5D and said, God, I'm in a difficult situation. and I need, because I'm going to be homeless, but I'm blessing someone that I know that's going to pray for me and give me more blessings, and you're going to give me more blessings as a consequence of it. Do you see how it works, everybody?
And not just that way, but let me just sneak in there that it works the opposite way as well, because when someone wants to give a gift and they want the other person to know what it really meant for them to sacrifice this gift, think about if the other person says, oh, no, I can't receive that. Then you're not allowing a person to give a gift.
That's my weakness.
And that is, to receive is just as important as to give.
Yes.
Because it affects both parties, both energies.
Energy flow.
Yes, it cannot be just one way. We cannot always be the giver. We have to be the receiver, because otherwise we're saying, slap your gift. Slap your gift. That's heartbreaking for any of us to have our gifts slapped down like that.
Yeah,
I used to do that. I used to do that, and I
have.
had to heal that. You know, when I was earning really, really good money when I was in the cabal world in tax, I was always the one paying for everybody at the restaurant. I was paying for everything because I wanted to share my money. And my family was like, Maria, you're going to end up on the street. You give everything away. Because I like to share. I like, but then when someone wanted to give me a gift to say thank you that you took me out to dinner and you just paid $300 per person, it was like, oh, no, I don't. I was like that. I used to slap it in the face. And then God said to me, Maria, you give so much and have given so much to so many people. Now it's time to receive it and to say thank you, because that is coming from me through that person. So when you're closing the door on that person that wants to give you a beautiful little thing, it's as if you're saying to me, I don't want anything. So how can you expect me to give you miracles if you're not accepting them? I'm giving them to you through other people. So you know what I do now? Whenever someone gives me something, even if it's, like I could have said to this lady, you can't afford to take it back. I accepted it, but I did a special blessing and prayer and said to God, I want this to come back to the person 1,000,000 times over. So do you see that I gave them a greater blessing for the blessing and the gratitude, like I showed my gratitude whereas before, you know what I would have done? I would have refunded that $5. That's what I would have done.
We do the same, Maria. Whether we have paid for the things that we bought from other people or they were a gift, we always send multi blessings back, that they would receive so much.
Yes. And when you do that, God gives you more. He does. He just keeps giving and giving. And it may not always be financial, but he gives it to you in other ways, with love. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Good things happening to your family. So what people don't realize is the energy that I emanate or they emanate also affects everybody around them. So it comes to the whole collective, the whole family. And this is how we lift the vibrational frequency. And again, as I've said to people, look around your house. Most of that is not going to, you're not taking it with you when you ascend. So sell it, which is what I did. And even now that I've moved, I'm going to start selling a lot more stuff and putting it to good use to help other people and to help myself. Why? Because we're not taking it with us. So why do people have all this stuff around them? I don't understand. You're not taking it with you. Sell it. Get something to help with your health. Put it towards your evolvement, your evolution to get to 5D. Because if you're going to miss the 5D boat and then you stand in front of God and say, sorry, you're going over there to that planet, you didn't learn your lesson. And you say, well, I didn't have money or I didn't have this. Well, hello, you had a lot of junk around. Why didn't you sell it?
So if you think about it, through all of this process that we've been going through, from moving here and all of this, I've actually gotten to the point where all I have is my phone and my clothes. I don't have anything else. Oh, and my bed and my pillows. But other than that, I only have essentials. I don't have games, really. Well, I have to Switch, but I got rid of everything else because it gives family time for my sister and brother, which live all the way in California. But becoming that
Minimalist, yeah.
of just what you need is amazing.
So he's right. He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a kitchen. He doesn't have tools in the kitchen. He uses mom's. So he doesn't have those things.
Yeah.
Wait until I get my own kitchen. Because
I'm
once
totally
I get my own
teasing you,
kitchen, nobody is touching shit. Because I
Well,
organize.
again, don't forget everything is transitional. The house we're living in, everything is transitional. We're not taking anything with us. And not only that, most of the houses are 3D based materials. They're not conducive to the 5D world when you look at the type of housing that they all live in. And it was really interesting. God actually made me learn this lesson very early, many years ago. Because I ended up losing the apartment that I had because people took advantage of me in New York City. Pay this and we'll help you with this. So I ended up selling, losing all my money. And I said, God, why is this happening to me? I was well off. I had money. I've helped so many people giving money away. And he said, Maria, because I had to get you ready for the new earth. And I had to get you ready before other people because you're going to have to teach them that they're not taking anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I took everything away from you. And he says, eventually everybody's going to be bartering. So you're not going to need money. So you may as well start learning how to do that now. And then the few things that I had, do you know what he did? I had a fire. My next door neighbor had a fire. The fire came into the apartment that I was sharing with this other. Well, guess what? All the belongings go. And then I moved into another apartment. And then a flood came. Then we had this flood from the dishwasher. I'm like, I've had Noah's floods. I've had fires.
Maria had her own personal
Bible experience.
Yeah, Bible experience.
I did. And then I lived the chapter of jobs. So I went through all of that, health issues, whatever. Seriously, I've been through the whole jobs chapter.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm so grateful. And I'm like, God, why is this happening to me? I've been a good person. I always give. But you see, sometimes these things happen because he was getting me ready because a lot of people are going to experience this, the loss and everything else, so that I could say to them, it's okay. If I can survive this, we're going to survive it together. We're all one family because we're going to get back to community living anyway. So these kind of condominiums, whatever kind of stuff, most of them are going to collapse anyway. They're not going to be. I've seen them collapsing in my dreams. God showed me that they're all going to collapse, and it's just going to be like the Palladians. They've just got beautiful little dwelling houses. They share community gardens. Everybody has the same thing. They've all got their little robots and whatever that do things that we'll discuss. So robots are not a bad thing, guys. This is the future. We need to get used to it. They'll be doing our cleaning and all the boring tasks. So again, sell what you have. You're not going to need it. And then later on, when the gold standard, everything comes in, it's all going to be worthless anyway. People will be throwing it out. It won't be worth anything. No one will want it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think this is a good note to end tonight. Good energy, good show. Oh my gosh, Maria, you just brought the shit. That was amazing.
And I'm sorry if I went a bit Mama Maria. I do apologize. I didn't mean to offend or come on strong like that. I do apologize if I did.
No
It's
need
all good.
to apologize.
It's all good. You didn't, of course not. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I got all excited.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so yeah, you were fine, and we just made a little statement just to make sure that everyone knew how you were coming across. That's what you meant. So it was all good. Your heart is pure.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, you want to close up?
No, go ahead. I'm just probably going to get cut off again anyway.
Oh no, I won't.
It's been happening all night.
Oh.
So, can I close up? It's okay.
Okay, so, no, I don't know how to close up like you do with all the ripples.
Yes, Kid, do the grand closing.
Family, thank you so much for being here. It is an honor to be able to host another show with you guys and to be able to share all of this amazing information from not just Maria and Mother, Father, God, and everyone that we're connected to with our guides, but also with each other. Because you guys have been sharing a lot of stuff in the chat, keeping that connection going, keeping that love, keeping that family, keeping that, just that connection. So remember, you guys are the ones that are creating the new earth by those ripples that you're making, and it's the ripples that turn into those waves, and it's those waves that are going to be crashing down on the deep state and every negative energy that's out there that's going to be creating a whole new timeline for us. So thank you so much. I honor thee. I see thee. I hear you. I feel you, and we're here for you. We love you, and we will see you guys very soon.
And tomorrow we go live with Danielle Matthews at 3 p.m.
I thought it was 11.
Noon p.m.
Noon p.m.
Noon p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What the hell is a noon p.m.? It's
not a
11
noon.
in the morning, it says.
No, she just changed it. She just changed it, and I haven't changed it in the calendar yet. So it is noon Pacific Standard Time, and we will see you then.
We love you guys, and thank you so much for being here. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing, because without you, well, we wouldn't be here today. So, love you guys.
And Maria, stay on with us.
Probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Always go with the choice that scares you the most, because it's the choice that's going to help you grow.
Wow.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Hey, best friend. Wait. To the person seeing this, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up and so close to breaking. But remember, you have strength within you even when you feel weak. Keep fighting, best friend.